I wanted to make a video on self-compassion.
There's an uncomfortable thought, right? What does compassion mean? Well, the com bit means with, and passion means suffering. So self-compassion means suffering with the self. And we very rarely give ourselves the chance or the opportunity to suffer with ourselves. We're quicker to bring ourselves down and judge ourselves. And so I want to do this exercise with you guys. I want you to take 2 post-it notes and a piece of paper. Keep the post-it notes stuck together. And before we begin this exercise, I want you to think of somebody who means a lot to you, somebody who you would do anything for, somebody who you absolutely adore. This could be a partner, a friend, your child, your parent, whatever it is, whoever it is, somebody you would do anything for. And what I want you to do is think about that person and think about their name. And on that second post-it note, without taking off the first post-it note, just lift the first post-it note up, and underneath on that second post-it note, nicely write their name, loved one, a special person to you. Write it on that second post-it note. Then once you've done that, pop it to a side, and I want you to now take the piece of paper and draw a square, roughly the size of the post-it note, in the center of the paper. So take your time, just do that now. Draw a square, roughly the size of the post-it note, in the middle of the paper. And now I want you to take both of those post-it notes, still stuck together, and put them in the middle of that square, in the middle of that piece of paper. And on the top post-it note, the first post-it note, I want you to write the word me, and that me represents you. So you can write it in whatever style represents you, a quirky little style. Just make sure that me represents you. And now off of that post-it note onto the paper, I want you to draw 3 lines. 1, 2, 3, a bit like a spider diagram. And I want you to think of 1, 2, or 3 negative accusations that have maybe come in your mind recently due to adversity, or are always playing on your mind. And I want you to use the words you or your. So for example, it might be, you're not a very good person, or everyone else is better than you, or you're not very attractive, or everyone else is more successful than you. Whatever those negative accusations are, I want you to think about them now. So you might want to pause the video. I want you to just take a moment just to think about 3 negative accusations. If you can only get 1, that's fine. If you only get 2, that's fine. But try and get 3 negative accusations, that are like, you're not clever enough, or, you don't matter, whatever it is. I want you to write them down on that piece of paper, coming off in a spider diagram style off of that me onto the paper. So pause the video now. So either you've paused the video and come back to it, great, or you've kept it playing. It's going to be a distraction. Don't do that. Do the exercise. And hopefully you've got 3 negative accusations. You might have 1, you might only have 2, but that's fine. And now what I want you to do is look at those negative accusations in reference to me. That's you in the middle. Look at them. Now, how does it make you feel when you look at these negative accusations and you're in the middle and this is what you say towards yourself? How does that make you feel? Just think about that. It might not make you feel much. It might make you feel sad, but it might not make you feel much. It might make you quite familiar. Yeah, I'm used to those negative accusations when it comes to me. Okay, fine. Now what I want you to do is very carefully take off the first post-it note and stick it to a side. Leave the second post-it note with your special person stuck to the paper. Remove the first one that says me, put it to a side, keeping the one with your special person stuck in the middle of the paper there. Now what I want you to do is imagine that that special person has come to you with a problem. Maybe it's the problem that you have, and they've come to you, and your response to them are these negative accusations. So now what I want you to do is look at those negative accusations again, but in reference to this loved one, this special person who's come to you for help. And this is how you've chosen to respond to them. Just look at that for a moment. Look at what you've written. Look at your special person's name and just think, they've come to you in their time of need, struggling. And this is how you've responded to them. First off, how does that make you feel? That this is how you've responded to them? How does that feel? And secondly, I want you to ask yourself, would I treat them this way? Would I respond to them this way? The answer's no. Maybe the question is, why wouldn't I respond to them this way? And the answer to that might be, because it's horrible. It's a horrible way to respond to somebody. It's mean. How do you think that would make them feel if you respond to them that way? Upsetting, right? It's horrible to read. We would never ever say that to these people. And yet, this is what we say to ourselves all the time. The thing is, it's not even our loved one. We would do this for strangers. We have far more empathy for strangers than we would even have for ourselves. You know, if a stranger came to us in a time of need, we would show up for them arguably quicker than we'd show up for ourselves. We would show up for animals quicker than we'd show up for ourselves. I mean, think about it. Anyone that has a pet, you know how it is when your pet's ill or poorly. What do? You panic, you feel their pain. It's horrible. And what do? You take time, maybe out of work, to go and take them to the vets, get them checked out. And then you'll pay that vet's bill. And then maybe the vet will suggest medication. So you'll go out of your way and you'll pay for that medication. Then you'll go out your way and you'll pick up said medication. And then you'll go out of your way and meticulously make sure that your pet takes the medication. And you'll keep an eye on them and you'll suffer with them until eventually they're okay and then you're okay. Can we say we treat ourselves with the same form of respect and love and compassion? No. What happens when we're ill? Well, we see how it goes. Maybe we suffer with it. Maybe it gets really bad. Then we go to the doctors. And then maybe the doctor recommends some medication. So then we go and pick up the medication. Maybe we go and pick up the medication and go and pay for it. Then, if we do pick it up, maybe we take it properly. But most of the time, maybe not at all properly, if at all. And that's that. And that's how we treat ourselves. We are more likely to be kinder to strangers and animals than we are to ourselves. And the thing is, we might think, well, maybe that animal doesn't know any better, or maybe if I didn't treat friends or family like this, they would leave me. But I can get away with it with me, but you can't get away with it with you, can you really? Because you're suffering. In our moments of pain, we have a choice. We either treat ourselves with kindness or we are cruel to ourselves. There is a choice. And I think the takeaway is we have to learn to be self-compassionate. We have to learn to suffer with ourselves, give ourselves that empathy that we would give somebody else. And I think the term is this: we must learn to treat ourselves like we are somebody we're responsible for caring for. It's my favorite lesson for life. Learn to treat yourself like you are somebody you're responsible for caring for. And that's going to take a minute, and it's difficult, it's not easy. And if you're thinking, well, I don't know how, what I want you to imagine is the next time you have adversity come up in your life, or if you're going through something right now, imagine it's not you suffering with it. Imagine it's that special person you've written down that's suffering with it. And I want you to ask yourself, how would I treat them? How would I show up for them in this particular circumstance? And that is how you should show up for yourself. So the takeaway from today is this: learn to treat yourself like you are somebody you're responsible for caring for. And I'll leave you on that note there.